The thing you have to understand with Bob Marley is his legendary status gets bigger each year. It's not diminishing. It's actually growing. That is the interesting phenomenon here. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Beautiful.
And bigger.
Beautiful. Crazy.
And also we need to understand he's the biggest non-African American artist globally. Full stop. In terms of impact and legacy.
Sure. Affinity Extra, be extra.
Yo guys, this is Roger Moore here on Affinity Extra alongside our historian Kevin Tomlin. Not ours, but you know what I mean, the world's black music historian Kevin Tomlin, who has spent many time in the West Indies, the UK and America, seeing what's going on, the impact of music. And this is the first time we're picking up on the most biggest non-African American artist, full stop. And his legacy, full stop. His legacy goes on to this very day through his children. You see, when we say we do things and our children's children will be blessed, trust me, his children's children. It's amazing how these guys take on biblical principles, yeah? You know what I'm saying? And when you see, you know what I mean, how he's passed on, you know what I mean, his legacy of his anyway, we'll get to that anyway, so yeah, guys. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Bob Marley anyway, so yeah. And we're here to have a great time. We're here to talk tough questions about him, look at how serious he is as an artist. We've already done an introduction to him already, so we've got vibes of what Bob Marley coming from. I'm afraid we'll probably have to do this over 3 parts. Not afraid, because he's such a wealthy talent. He's in the
conversation
of Michael Jackson. He's in the talks of all the Jacksons you can think about. Put the man them like Jodeci aside, because they can't even touch Bob Marley, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't even wake up to him, man. You know. So end of the day, guys, you know, we're talking about living legends, man. We're talking about, you know, people that surpassing guys who've taken a long time to get to where he's got to, you know what I mean? And unfortunately his life got cut short, you know. But you know what, we're gonna here to break down his successes, his failures, and we're here to learn from them so we can apply them to what we're trying to do here in UK Christian gospel music. Okay, Kevin.
That's right.
Let's go for it. Let's take it from the top, man.
Yeah,
you know
let's do a quick reflection on this guy.
Okay, cool.
First of all, he started his musical intelligence by listening to Curtis Mayfield. Sam Cooke.
Okay.
Yeah, and Fats Domino during the late 40s into the 50s. So Bob Marley grew up on those sounds that was coming out of North America, from New Orleans. Okay. Yes. So Fats Domino was the big kingpin during the 50s. He was one of the few artists that could actually compete with Elvis toe to toe in terms of album sales. Did you know that? Yeah. When you read my book, brother, you get that situation. But
the thing is, bro, how did his music, now I'm going to talk from an ignorant person perspective, yeah? Right, in the 50s, we had no internet, no nothing, yeah, bro. How did this music get to these guys out there? How did he listen to music?
Well, radio, the special radio waves that
cool.
They listen to at night, you see. In the still of the night, they sort of get the frequency right, and then they come over from the mainland US.
On
the Gulf Coast, it comes in. Yes.
Oh, so they can catch it from Jamaica.
Oh yes. And you had sort of pirates. Well, not really, but you had stations that operated in Miami, and that was playing Fats Domino stuff, because remember, he was the major artist of the day.
Okay, yeah.
And then later on, Curtis Mayfield would come in with his sort of civil rights music and consciousness. And so Bob Marley started to learn from that, you see, learn from those music. That's what helped him to develop his musical philosophy and musical intelligence by listening.
Wow.
Yes, apparently, I don't know how true it is, but a lot of Jamaican artists used to go over to New Orleans to jam.
Okay, cool.
Yes, you know, so there's a lot of migration going on, and of course you have the cruise ship trade, where these many musicians play their music on cruise ships, yes.
And then they go basically touch base around the Caribbean, and
then they touch base and they're jamming and they got involved with each other, and this happened, that happened. And Bob Marley, of course, Bob Marley grew up in the church as well, so it's all religious philosophical thinking, see?
Okay, cool.
That impact is because he's a very spiritual brother, see?
So, no. I hear that, brother. I hear that.
Yeah,
okay, cool. That's cool. All
okay,
right.
so we're just doing a quick summary.
Go on.
Okay, just to let you know that the legendary album that we're going to be talking about somewhat today, that has done 25 million so far globally. 25 million copies globally, bro.
Not bad, people.
The catalog album, no, it's not bad.
Not bad.
considering it did about 15 million copies in the US since February this year. 15 million copies and rising.
Hold a second. Whoa. He sold 15 million copies
in the US from his legendary catalog album. 15 million, bro.
Did you just say this year? When? This year
alone, it peaked. Yes.
This year alone.
This year it's gone to. Yeah, it's gone over 15 million copies.
So it's gone over 15 million copies this year. Wow. Okay.
And
cool.
It's quite possible by the end of the year to do between 16 to 17 million copies. The thing you have to understand with Bob Marley is his legendary status gets bigger each year. It's not diminishing.
Yeah,
it's actually growing. That is the interesting phenomenon here. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Beautiful.
And bigger.
Beautiful. Crazy.
And also we need to understand he's the biggest non-African American artist globally. Full stop. In terms of impact and legacy.
To be honest, he is the only like I said, bro. Outside of America, he's the only artist out there that can even compete against them American artists, bro, because they ain't no one from Africa.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Full stop.
Burna Boy is not even tying shoelaces, bro. You know what I mean? So
well, Burna Boy is still a youth. He's still a youth compared to Marley's legacy. Because when you can actually dominate as well the US. Bob Marley's legendary album has been in the US catalog album charts for over 1,000 weeks, bro. Over 1,000 weeks since it was released in 1984. 1,000 weeks. And it went number one on several occasions.
Reload my selector, as I say. Hold a second. Let me get this right. So the charts is how many albums? Is it 100 albums, yeah? Is it top 100 albums or something? The charts?
Yeah, it's about 100 albums. So if we're looking at the catalog charts, between 1 to 200 albums. Yes.
So between 1 to 200 albums, Bob Marley's been in American catalog charts.
Yes, for over 1,000 weeks.
For 1,000
competing against the Beatles bestsellers and the Pink Floyds, etc. The brother can hold his shop. He can hold his
it's official right here, man.
With one album. With one album.
He's a G.
He's a G.
My goodness.
Okay,
sake.
Not only that.
Go for it, man. I want to bring up Wikipedia. Go on.
Let's talk about statistics now. He's been in the British top 100 album charts nearly 1,000 weeks as well with the legacy album, the legendary album. Over nearly 1,000 weeks.
Bro, he's taking
the album has done about something like 13 to 14 platinum certifications, platinum plus platinum in the UK. That's talking about between 4 to 5 million copies and rising. You hear me?
Bro, I'm hearing you.
If you look at the statistics, bro, it's mind-boggling.
Jeez, bro.
And not only that, the American 200 album charts, which is the pop album charts, when you go crossover that, he's been in that cross album charts about nearly 700 weeks, 700 weeks, non-consecutive weeks.
My God.
And he's been number one. He's been number one in the R&B catalog album charts and the pop catalog charts and the 200 at number one on several occasions. The guy is totally is unstoppable in terms of his creative impact.
Goodness sake,
remember, this guy died in the early 80s.
This was 81. Hello? He died, man. It's just
about 81. Yeah, and is more impacting today with his legacy. He's in the Grammy Hall of Fame, bro. One of his, I think the Catch a Fire album, one of them, the Exodus is in the Grammy Hall of Fame. Hello.
Nah, he
remember, he was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994, bro.
Okay, Bob. this is causing a major problem here. If
you think about the statistic, go on, ask the question.
Let me just make sure it gets right. We're talking about the Legend album here, yeah? So I'm just looking at the Legend album, bro. Yeah? Legend album, is it a compilation of his best tracks?
That's right, including Buffalo, the legendary track Buffalo Soldiers and Catch the Fire and Exodus, etc. Yes, that's right. You got it. All his landmark recordings. Yes.
All his landmark, because I'm looking and basically, so guys, I'm not a Bob Marley known from the backhand. So I'm just looking just to ask, because everyone's gonna go, hold on a second. Well, I never heard that album before, the Legends album, yeah, the Legend album. But now, so basically, what he's done is brought together. He's done, according to this. His first album was the Wailing Wailers he was part of, yeah? And that's 1965.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
that's how far the guy goes back, man. From 1965, man. So he was doing music from 1965 all the way to...
That's right, bro.
Studio album, right up to Uprising 1980. And I think Confrontation was probably after he died, album, but some of the released out with his final studio album that he did with the Wailers and so on like that still. And then they brought out the Legend album,
which is the monster that became the monster, bro.
Yeah, and the original was released in 1984. Yeah,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? 1984. It had things like Is This Love, No Woman No Cry. You have to do it in a certain accent. Yes. Three Little Birds. Listen, man, Could You Be Loved? Could You Be Loved? You say Buffalo Soldier. You say Get Up, Stand Up, Stir It Up.
Get up, stand up.
You know what
joke is? Yes, stir it up,
bro. The thing is, I don't listen to Bob Marley like that, but every track here I can sing one time, bro,
it's a serious, it's philosophical, a lot of philosophy and confrontation and empowerment. It's talking about the experience of life. It's real stuff,
and they use it for everything. It's got like one love. One love, you know what I'm saying? People get ready. Jeez.
Yes, that's right.
I shot the sheriff. Jeez, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that one, man. It's Waiting in Vain. That may be off my radar.
Yeah.
Redemption.
Waiting in Vain. Yeah.
Redemption song, man. Yo, yeah, everyone knows that one still. Satisfy Myself. Exodus is on there.
Yes.
And Jamming. Oh my dear. Listen, guys. This.
Dominant.
I think definitely he's a status money, because I've listened to these songs without listening to the album. Guaranteed 9 out of 10 of these songs I've listened to without listening to the album. I'm like, hold on a second. I've been impacted by Bob Marley's track straight up. There was like I mentioned the last one, Three Little Birds. They said the Ajax they sang that song, the Three Little Birds, which is basically don't worry. How does it go? I can't believe I lost the song anyway. So but I never knew the title of the song. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Everything's gonna be alright. Oh, something like, oh goodness sake, I can't forget. Forgot the hook. But I never knew what the title was. And somebody said, yeah man, Three Little Birds. Three Little Birds. What's that? You know what I'm saying? But I know the song, but it's called Three Little Birds. You know what I mean? It's just that's just crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know these songs like crazy, but obviously never had a clue, mate. You know what I'm saying? You might put some of them in my little selection that I have out there. Just listen to some old school stuff, man. But that's absolutely fantastic. So that's a Legend album. Just want to bring the context for that, because sometimes we know that his album that's amazing, bro. So from 1984, from its release, it's been in the top 100 to 200 catalog charts in the United States. Full stop. Right to this day.
And in the UK as well. it's across, and both in the UK charts and the US charts, it went to #1 position across all the respective charts.
Okay, so
across all the respective charts, yes.
Okay, we're looking at stats, bro. But let me hit you back personally.
Yes,
where were you when Bob Marley was around?
Well, I came back when Bob Marley began to explode. I went to Jamaica in around 1970, particular early 70s. He was beginning to appear, his presence, but I didn't. Some reason I knew that he sounded different than every other reggae artist.
Okay, yeah.
But I ignored it. I was busy. I was listening to the soul music brothers coming out from
the soul stuff. Yeah.
Soul, yeah. Aaron Melvin and the Blue Notes, the OJs, the Stylistics, and Curtis Mayfield, and etc. And the Stevie Wonder and the Temptations and so forth, and the 3 Degrees and Supremes, right?
Yeah, man.
But the interesting thing with Bob Marley, it was a very interesting groundswell, and he was an irresistible presence.
Yeah, man. Brilliant.
He was working on people's consciousness, and his music was different. And the Wailers, they were highly competent, very capable musicians. Because if you think about it, they've been jamming together from the 60s. What do you think is going to happen when a group of men jamming? They're going to gel and become spiritual and become irresistible. So they get to speak a different musical language. And what's interesting about Bob Marley was studying the old human experience. That's why his lyrics are so formidable.
Okay.
He's talking about life.
Yeah, man.
Life, life struggle. Get up, stand up for your right. I mean, come on, bro. that is a. And then you talk about Exodus, where you can feel, as you hear the percussion of the drum, you can hear people moving.
Yeah, man.
Emancipation, moving, trying to escape oppression. Exodus, listen, boom.
Yeah, man.
So when you think about Bob Marley is a whole sort of sonic or a soundtrack to people's life constantly. If you're born today, you're going to hear about Bob Marley across somewhere, because he's a household name. He's like Michael Jackson. If we talk about reggae, Bob Marley comes to light. Like students said to me, "Sir, do you know about Bob Marley?" I said, "Yeah, man."
Yeah.
Look, I remember Bob Marley when they were trying to kill him during the 70s. Give me a break, What?
Bro,
look. This brother is Bob Marley is almost like a prophet. He's like a prophetic. His music is prophetic. It's long term. It's impacting.
No. And there's something you mentioned there, and I think that artists really need to really look at themselves. The artist today, is going into studios, get a producer, make me banging beats, and then come out and sing on it and whatever. The artist is that set up something beyond that, bro. There's a common denominator. They put a lot of effort into their sound. Yeah, that, I remember watching the James Brown movie, and I'm going, hold on a second, this guy is proper on it with the band. It's not just a case of come and play a tune. He's on it in terms of the conducting of the band. The energy between him and the band was a crucial element to his success. And it seems like Bob Marley captured that knowledge of having a connection to the band, to the backup singers. It seems like today it's more about the backup singers are over there, the musicians over there, and I'm the lead. But back then, and I remember we watched Summer of Soul, and you saw, is it Aretha Franklin?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Is it Aretha Franklin who had the Pips? And the Pips, the Gladys Pips, yeah. And I saw these guys, the Pips, but the Pips were artists which she appreciated on the stage, and you looked at them and you could just sit down and watch them all night long, because they put it in to be part of that performance. You know what I mean? So you sit down thinking, hold a second, it is a whole package, the performance that they delivered. And I think with the energy that obviously Bob Marley had with the band and whatever, there's still the detail of the production, the sound, and everything else there, he was able to get into a space of a spiritual mood changer, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people are looking for, the energy. When you look at the early rap artists, they had DJs that gave them that energy. You know what I'm saying? As much as you might not like Will Smith, these guys DJ Jazzy Jeff, they have their instrumentation, they have their producer, they have the guy assigned to them to get the sound right.
That's right. Producer? The sound engineers, okay, with Bob Marley, the sound engineer, the arrangers, the horn arrangers, whatever, there was in syncopate. They were connected. It was a synergy, a powerful synergy. So when they get into the studio and when they start to clock, when they start to jam, it went into another spiritual level. It went into another musical realm. Yes.
Listen, it's not, bro. And the thing is, recordings then days were different to today. You had to practice before you go into the recording studio. You talk about.
Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. The sound engineer themselves were artists in a whole, because these brothers were coming. They were ready to go to the next level. They weren't coming into play. They're going to put everything necessary to make that music a masterpiece. It was a one-off situation. We're coming in, and it's like when Gambling Off did Teddy Pendergrass' first album. They said this is going to be platinum, bro. They prophesied this is a platinum project.
But that's a valid point, you know, bro. The engineers, listen, I've been there, done that one t-shirt. When you engineers these days, technology allows you to be lazy. You just press record and you walk out the room and you come back in there and let post-production do its work. But the thing is, the engineers them days never really had post-production strength, so they had to do everything on pre-production. Everything was important, so they're all shouting at each other to make sure the sound is 100% correct, and making sure they're using the right valve amp. No, use the amp. Yo, we're gonna get these wires in the right place. Or the slight buzz there, take it out there. So yeah, right, we need to get the sound a certain way, so I need to make the room warmer. All them little details. Yo, just detune the bass slightly just to get this in there. You know, you had all that creative energy. Everybody come out to that session sweating, tired, and going, you know what, we were just all working together. I just love to be in them sessions, bro. Straight up love to be in them.
I mean, you think about some of the sessions that he did in Jamaica. Probably didn't have no air condition, just a fan, and these brothers are jamming and they're stripped down to the topless, and they're kicking and they're rocking.
Shots, man.
They're rocking. You know, they're rocking and sliding the bass and kicking the production, you know. They're slamming until they get it right.
No, for real.
Jamming. They weren't going to leave the studio until this thing was properly recorded and up to sonic standard, sonic excellence.
No, 100%.
They didn't play. So that's why when they go live, they're brilliant, because they're flowing with melody. No guessing. They were total master at sound and telepathic. They knew everything that needed to be done.
So you know when they did
Sonic Masters.
So literally, Legend is basically a compilation of his greatest works, effectively. Of Bob Marley work, which is basically
precisely.
Yeah, and then ultimately they released that out as obviously, as you know, a tribute compilation album. Probably didn't even envision how successful it is. I mean, I picked out the best tracks there, and it's just another level. You know what I'm saying? How it's
like a runaway. It's like a runaway bestseller.
Yeah,
and it's totally timeless. I mean, recently I was just looking at RIAA in America, and Michael Jackson's Thriller album has gone 34 million now and rising.
This we don't, bro. Don't even give people a taste about MJ, bro, because you know MJ's in a different category, bro. MJ, how was he broke? How was he broke before he died, bro? How does that brother have no money, bro?
Well, Bob Marley, a lot of them were struggling before they. You talk about the mass, and I mean, I don't understand how a guy doing an album, one album, that totally changed the whole music industry in one go, and then broke. How you? Excuse me.
Bro, it's a myth, man. It's a straight myth. When you see the numbers, bro, yeah, you're really thinking to yourself, yeah, there's some Donald Trumps out there making money with no talent, you know, bro, with no talent, and they're just basically creaming it off the system, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because how these artists are not getting what they're due, it's unbelievable, bro. And that's why I think is the beauty of the independence today. We retain more of our wealth, but the only thing is with these guys back in the day, we just lost their principles, and it's about time now we brought their principles back into play. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Right, bro. I know we got part 3 coming up. Outside of legendary, bro. Yeah. In terms of legendary, yeah. What was his most successful? Would you say? Album by itself. You can see he's released out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 albums, yeah, studio albums and 2 live albums, obviously Babylon Bus and live. You know what I'm saying? Which one would you say was the standout album out of all them?
Well, you had Confrontation and Catch the Fire and Redemption and Exodus. Exodus was a monster. Exodus was literally a monster.
Was that the album that changed his game? You know, which album was the one where
it was more or less a single, really? Yes.
Was it the album?
Well, the ones that, yes, Exodus and Confrontation were the albums, because there was a few other albums in between, but those albums sort of changed the whole industry towards it, because they realized that there was something that was I thought we had a technical problem here, but we got that. Yeah, there was a situation where the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger and so on, realized that Bob Marley was a rarity. If you listen to Exodus in particular, if you listen to the Exodus track, it's exactly what it means. You can hear the Exodus, the movement, and redemption. You can actually hear. It's almost a drama in itself. And the production, the percussions, actually is a brilliant imitation of people on the move.
Yeah, man.
It's movement. And Bob Marley was very good at creating an atmosphere and a storyline, brilliant narrative and a brilliant lyricist. That's what caught the eyes of many of the legendary musicians who regard him as one of the best ever lived. Mick Jagger regarded him as, this is it. Mick Jagger said, what? No, they think that he's the king of reggae. And he is. He is the master king of reggae.
Yeah, man. No, 100%, brother. And you know, I totally appreciate that, and totally in awe of it, man.
Yeah.
What was you saying, bro? What was it?
I was just saying that. Well, I say that when I look at the statistics, because the best sellers is between England and the US globally. It was the late 70s when people begin to become aware, because remember, he will start to outsell concert halls now. You know, all of a sudden people, he was begin to emerge and to be on the same ticket as the Rolling Stones. I mean, he just,
that's crazy.
Because remember, so the Rolling Stones, they perform at the biggest
stages,
stage arenas possible.
Arenas,
and Bob Marley was in the same room or in the same venue
as them guys,
and he was knocking.
It's kind of sad though, because it seems like when he came through in the late 70s, within a few years he's gone.
Well, isn't that always happen with legends, with black legends? Otis Redding, the same thing. They start to emerge and all of a sudden,
gone.
Hello, they're gone.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye the same. Well, Marvin Gaye was burning the fire, but he was about to, if he was still alive during the 80s, well, it'd be quite an interesting, different kettle of fish, wouldn't it be?
I think Teddy Pendergast would have had a run for his money there, bro.
Yeah. And if Teddy Pendergast didn't have his accident, boy, I tell you, these brothers, there'd probably be more babies born. I'm sorry, bro. Prolific production, boy.
Listen, mate. All I know to say is that no, that is something really crazy. It's really sad, but it is a really poignant point that, you know, there's some great people being snatched from us or been literally disabled at the wrong time in their career.
Wrong time. Oh, but remember this. This is what is crazy. It took until 2001 for them to give him Hollywood Walk Hall of Fame.
Took him
Hollywood Star. Under Hollywood Star. Hollywood Star. Yeah, 2001. That should have been done. That should be done from the 90s because he was
already taken it.
But you know, whatever.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Legendary Grammy Lifetime Achievement 2001, bro.
These are just amazing stats, man. Absolutely beautiful stats. You know,
that is just tip of the iceberg. When we talk about the album and talk about his family legacy, and also
that's coming up, guys.
Not to mention the label and production studio, bro, and the whole merchandise bit, that would knock your socks. Because
guys,
it went to another level. But anyhow,
no, we'll get into that, bro. Because like I said, just warning everybody out there, still, we are going to get to the level of actually touching. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be
currency, Kyle, and money.
We'll be going into his children's legacy and all the different things you know what I'm saying, that'll be going out there still for next week anyway. So God's willing, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna chop up and get into it, and hopefully we're gonna have Kevin in the studio soon in the next couple of weeks as well. Hopefully he'll be coming up to the studio so very soon
they'll be coming up soon. Yeah,
I'm saying
I would let you know, let everybody know, get them ready, get ready.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be chopping up
my friend TJ says it. Get ready, bro. Get ready.
Yeah, man. We're gonna be guys. We'll be dropping it really hard, not only from a US and a Jamaican perspective, but also from a UK perspective. You know what I mean? So, no, guys, 100%. But one thing I would want to really apply and really understand from the Bob Marley situation is you know, nothing comes. You know, he had to wait 10 years into his career just to basically start to see mega success. Some of us want success in 10 months.
Correct.
10 months, you know. 10 months, the people want success. You want to release out 10 singles and reach there. Oh, you know what I mean? We want to release out 10 and get when such a prolific brother has to wait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
10 years, bro.
10 years from 65. 75 people not even listen to him too tough, and then 76 77 it started coming true stronger. You know what I'm saying? Next level, and then within 4 years he died. Crazy.
4 years, boom.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
The interesting thing about it is the legacy behind it, because when people begin to catch up with his albums and what he did, listen, oh my God, you know, it was a very sad period when he died, because I realized that we've lost somebody, but I didn't understand it intellectually, morally, until after the fact. You know, sometimes you have legends who live with you, and you don't get it because you're busy trying to understand, cope with life. When it's
you know,
life.
we don't understand it until it's gone, man, bro. Trust me, there's so many situations that we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So definitely a crazy one. But listen up, guys. You know, you know, we'll be back, God's willing, next week with the rest of the Bob Marley in terms of his children and the legacy of his children and what they're doing right now to this very
what they're doing right now.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll have a look at music and legacy when it comes to Bob Marley's children, man. You know what I'm saying? But we have to say the legend has gone, and literally with a legendary album called Legend. You know what I mean? I would say do check this out. You know, I want you to check it out too hard anyway, still, yeah, before you get lost in it. But just check out Two True there, still, which you know anyway, still, yeah. Three Little Birds, and you know what I mean? Whichever one you want to do vibe to anyway, still, yeah. But listen, we're here on Affinity Xtra celebrating gospel music of black origin, but at the same time we're celebrating black history, and part of black history are the game changers of world music. This is what it comes back to. Gospel music of black origin need to be backed, because you know what, we are the game changers of music. And if anyone's a game change Christian music, it is us as black people. But we have to look at the models that we've had in the system to make us successful outside and bring them principles in, because they use our Christian principles, our Christian success stories, and actually apply them principles and become successful. Call it endurance in terms of, you know what I mean, in terms of, you know what I mean, taking care of people correctly, in terms of excellence. You know what I mean? Looking at Solomon and Temple and going, yo, that guy understood excellence, bringing in the right people in to do this thing anyway. So yeah, so all these principles, if people are thinking, oh, but wait, Roger, how you bring that out to Bob Marley? Listen, this is a crazy journey of me understanding the black history, thanks to Kevin Tomlin. Yo, guys, check out Kevin Tomlin. Do check out his many books out there. You know what I'm saying? Just do Google search. Kevin, can people just chuck into Amazon and just put your name in? What did
they go into Amazon? They go into Amazon and put in Kevin Tomlin, and of course, if you go into music historian, Kevin Tomlin music historian, a lot of my material come up. But yes, Amazon. Go into Amazon and type in icons of New Orleans. That's one of the book, Icons of New Orleans. And the next one is Icons of Memphis. Those are the two books that's available internationally. And they can get it, yes. It's reasonably priced. It's not going to cost them a fortune. Cool. It's nice reading, and it's eye-opening, because I talk about behind-the-scenes things that is not available to the public in generally.
Brilliant, brother. That's sweet, man. All right, guys, man. Listen, Kevin, thanks again. You know, man, I'm going to close off the show right now with a track called Spirit by Joey Van Tez. Anyway, still, yeah, because we got to flow with the spirit still. Anyway, still, yeah. Is that we do.
Okay, brother.
Thanks again.
Peace and love, brother. Peace and love,
my brother. Peace. Listen, man, you take care, brother, and bless you again, man. Yeah, take care, man. Bless you, brother.
Bless. Be blessed, brother.
Bless.
Visit us for updates and shows at affinityextra.co.uk.